Welcome to Dad's DeFi Space. I'm Kevin, and I'm a father, a teacher, and a DeFi investor. Look, on my channel, we don't play guessing games. We study our structures, we maintain excellent risk management, and we use real trades, real DeFi, and we teach real strategy. So, look, we believe that Bitcoin is the foundation, and today's stream is absolutely urgent. Look, Bitcoin just broke through a major level at 98K, and we're going to look at some charts, the liquidation data, the ETF flows, and we're going to have a brutally honest take on what could happen next. Is this the death of Bitcoin? I don't think so. But if we take a look over here at the altcoin market, you can see that it has been a bloody day and an even bloodier week. Some of our favorites are down 10, 15, 20, 25%. So if you follow the channel, you know that 98,000, that is our 100% line in the sand. And you also should know that once we have two weekly closes below, I will call it the end of the bull run. I will be unloading a lot of altcoins. It is what it is, but I don't believe the bull is quite over yet, as bearish as the market seems. And today we're going to talk about some charts and some data that makes me think so. But if you're new here, please hit that like and subscribe button. Drop a comment in the chat if you have any questions, or maybe an altcoin or chart you want me to take a look at. So what you're going to see is live DeFi and crypto education. No Moonboy hype here, no fake alpha, just my moves and how I am playing this space. And I may, towards the end of the video, even talk about some altcoins that I am actually accumulating right now. But before we go any farther, please understand none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. So let's talk facts and let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, and I don't want to quite look at the 4 hour, I really wanted to take a look at the daily. And let's change up our indicators here a little bit. So I really only like using these Bollinger Bands on a shorter time frame. So what I'm going to do is I want to put up the moving averages. Okay. And you can see we are about to have that death cross, right? And you can see this little bitty green candle on the day right now, which is a good thing. But as you can see, based off of this chart, Bitcoin has an extremely long way to go. We lost weekly support at 98K. If you take a look at the daily, you can see right here that we broke below over the last 24 hours. I woke up to a surprise this morning. E short stopped out, Bitcoin short stopped out. Yes, trading portfolio did not look pretty, but that is why we use proper risk management. I never trade more than 1 to 5% of my portfolio at a time. And we keep the same mind frame for riskier DeFi positions. And I think if you follow the channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you take a look at the chart right here, we lost weekly support at 98.8K. We closed the daily under 102.9, which is the the 50-week SMA. And remember the 50-week SMA, if we have 2 weekly closes below there, bull market over. Again, watching 98K like a hawk that we have been talking about on this channel. So yes, the bull run could be over. Bitcoin and crypto could be dead for this cycle. But that that's not written in stone just yet. In fact, Bitcoin could rally, even though, well, at this point in time, to get back above the bull market support band over the weekend, we would need a rally of close to 9 to 10%. And that is going to be our confirmation that the structure is completely broken down. Now, we have been talking of a last leg of the bull cycle, and I still want to be positioned for that last leg. But I'm going to say it one more time before we move on. Remember, 2 weekly closes below 98K, and I'm out. Period. End of story. You may just find me playing around over on Zora. So, excuse me, this close now and the next one are probably going to matter more than what the price is today. So I'm probably going to be paying a little bit of attention to this weekend, even though tomorrow I'm going to be gone, uh, searching for some trolls with my children. So those of you all who watch this stream before I'm back in town late tomorrow night, I'll let you know how it goes. You can go check me out over on Base App or on Zora and follow my adventures. And if you want to know our trades before we set them up, early access to videos, articles, and tutorials, check out the free Telegram group and you can see exactly every move I'm making. So here's the nuance. Okay. Everybody in the Bitcoin market is short. If I show you the liquidation leverage on the 7-day chart, you can see that it's parabolic to the upside, as you can see, which means all we would have to do is if Bitcoin gets back above the 50-week is not, not the 50-week. If Bitcoin gets back above 98K and can break past above 100.8K, you're looking at $4 billion of cumulative short liquidation leverage, which is absolutely nuts. I have not seen it this lopsided in a long, long time. If I show you on Hyperliquid, it's only showing you the daily, so that doesn't help. But Binance, same thing. I go to the 7-day, extremely lopsided. You go to the 30-day, excuse me, also extremely lopsided. And I'll be honest, I think that my 5-year-old has made me sick, so I apologize if I'm hoarse tonight. Look, with this much leverage to the downside, right? Everybody going short. Sentiment is max fear in the market. If you go take a look at the crypto market indicators, you can see that we are literally at 10. We are inching down to the lowest range of fear that the crypto market can be at. And altcoin season index is still neutral, which is crazy, which means plenty of people are still holding their altcoins. What's crazy is there going to be a relief rally from this extreme fear? Because in Bitcoin's history and Ethereum's history, when the market is at extreme fear, that is the time we should be positioning. And I know that sounds crazy because the market has gone down and down and down and down. I've seen some of your comments and I've even gotten a few messages, and I know it's not easy. But if you thought the crypto game was going to be easy, you really have something else coming. But right now, I'm not securing any profits until I have my confirmation. Now, I wanted to take a look at ETF flows. If you take a look at ETF flows and you zoom out, you can see that they're not very bullish right now, especially the institutional flows. $1.13 billion of ETF flows gone. It's been the heaviest daily right here since last month. That's not really retail panicking selling, that's institutional offloading. And of course, retail follows along. And I understand that is not a good day in the market or really a good month or two. So, combined all this with market sentiment, and you see that even though there's a lot of fear in the market, there could be a possible bounce, even though market structure is looking weak right now. So, the big players, they're going to wait for clarity, and clarity is going to come with today's weekly candle. Now, I wanted to take a quick look at the Bitcoin Ethereum chart, and I want to show you something. Bit ETH has hit our trend line on the daily 1, 2, 3, 4 times. You do understand that the more we hit it, the more likely we break through it. So I'm keeping a heavy eye on the ETH Bitcoin chart right here. Are we going to cross over that 200-day moving average? So, yes, Ethereum and Bitcoin look weak as heck. That is why most of what we've been putting any capital in the market has been Bitcoin recently. No breakout. That means no altcoin rotation yet. Bitcoin right now is still in control and still dominant. And this tells me we're in a risk off zone in the market. So that doesn't mean that altcoin season is dead forever, but it's definitely not alive today. Probably not next week either. So what I want to do now is zoom in on the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin, take off the moving averages, and take a look at the Bollinger Bands. I like looking at excuse me. I love looking at the Bollinger Bands on a shorter time frame. And as you can see, we have basically bottomed out between the bottom area once we drop below 98K, of course. And this is about the lowest Bitcoin has been on the Bollinger Bands in an extremely long time. And this says RSI is oversold. Volume is looking like it's capitulating, as you can see right here, these huge volume candles. This could be a local bottom. This is what you see when a local bottom forms. So if you're scalping or laddering into trades, not financial advice, this is where you need to zoom out on the chart, but stay cautious, right? And it's the zooming out at this point on the daily is where I start being cautious because this chart is starting to look a little weak. We really need to get back above this 98K level. If we do not get back above this 98K level, I am going bearish and my entire strategy is going to change. But if you join our free Telegram group, you'll know what that strategy is going to be. So, look, my honest take is we have cracked key support. I'm not going to panic. I'm not over trading, but I am watching that weekly close like a hawk. And if this weekly close holds below 98K the next week, if it confirms, I'm de-risking hard. And that means most of my alts absolutely gone. I'll probably hold on to some Zora because of the creator coin. I will probably hold on to a very small amount of Solana, and I probably will hold on to a small amount of ETH and TAO. Oh, excuse me, and Aerodrome. Other than that, absolutely nothing. To be honest, I'm looking into buying some arrow locks on the open market once the bear market hits, and looking into some possible shorts on some altcoins. But once the market starts looking bullish, I'm not looking for those shorts yet. I'm looking for longs right now. Just saying. I know, dad is crazy, but it is what it is. So, this is my playbook. I'm always here to share it with you. Transparent, repeatable, risk aware, maybe a little clumsily, maybe a little hoarse, but that's okay. Now, where do you see the market? Do you think the bear market is here? Do you think that this is about to be the final phase of the bull? It was just huge deleveraging and reset in the market? Or do you believe in this super cycle theory that we just went through a shortened bear market? Because this is technically a bear market. So before we end the stream, I wanted to take a minute, take a look at a couple things. I wanted to give a little kind of tutorial on how you can simulate liquidity positions with DeFi Buddy, the tool created by the Underdog Investment Group or CryptoLabs Research. Remember, you can always use our link in the description for 20% off your first month, and you help support Dad's DeFi space. But I wanted to show you their liquidity pool simulator. Okay. Now, what's great about this is I can actually pick different chains and then I can simulate my strategies, my ideas, and see how that would work. For example, let's say I want to look for some alpha on the base network. I'm going to change the chain to base, bring up my favorite protocol, Uniswap version 3, and then the tokens. Now, we're going to keep it simple today. I'm going to use a core position, a wrapped Ethereum Bitcoin position, because if you're bullish on the market, correlated pairs might be good right now. If you're not bearish on the market, I may stay away from LPs because the impermanent loss may be kind of bad unless you know how to play with leverage. Do not see it. That's crazy. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I guess that's not in the list yet. Where'd it go? All right. Never mind. We're gonna just look at wrapped ETH USDC. That's something I'm gonna talk to them about because I'd really like to really would like to get some more protocols and more pools into the simulator. But anyway, we are going to do wrapped ETH USDC. All right, so we got wrapped ETH USDC. Pick our fee tier. I'm going to use the 0.01 pool, and we can simulate the different pools to see what is going to be our best strategy to provide liquidity. What's going to be the best range? Where should we gives us the opportunity to see if a wide range will work better than a narrow range or vice versa. So, for example, I'm going to take a look at the 90-day chart because I like to zoom out when I'm using these core positions, kind of looking where we at, right? I do not want to go this low. Yes, we could be in the bear market, but I'm hoping we're bottoming out. So I want to put my range more to the downside, kind of like this. We'll set it a little below 3,000. We'll do like 2,900. And then for the upper part of the range, I'd like to put it as high as back where the all-time high is. So we'll do, let's say, Ethereum at 5,000, right? So we got a nice wide range that ETH is going to probably stay in for the rest of the bull, if that is our thesis, which is mine. And if I scroll down here, I can see if I'm in that pool for 30 days, right? My yield is going to be approximately 0.4 every 30 days, or in a 1-year time frame, we're looking at a a 0.44% APR over the next 30 days. Now, I'm going to back test it for, let's say, 90 days, and we'll see how this adjusts. It goes down, and we'll back test for 180. And down more. Do you know what this tells us? It tells us that this pool more than likely lost a ton of volume, as you can see in the middle right here. That didn't work that well for us, right? So maybe you find yourself a different pool. So let's try the 0.05 pool. We're going to do the exact same thing, right? We're at the 90-day range. We're in the same range. We're going to see how it looks. This pool is going to earn a 5% APR, right? And if I go down, let's say to a 90-day period, it's going to earn an 8% APR. This one tells me this one's earning a little bit more yield, and would like to say DeFi Buddy gives you a much more honest range of what your liquidity pools are going to provide for you, right? Now, let's show you what can happen when it's more narrow. Let's move the range to, let's say, 5% and 5%. Oops, excuse me. It's great. In this range, you're not really earning all that much more APR at the year point, right? Go to 30 days, not a whole lot of chains. 7 days, this one's not reading. Anyway, you get the idea of how you can pull up a liquidity pool, and then you can use the price chart to kind of determine what kind of fees are you going to get in this range, right? I find this kind of useful, and I've used this on other protocols before. But the CryptoLabs team keeps building, and I'm watching updates and rollouts on this free protocol. I will leave a link in the description, and there should be adding VFAT and a few other protocols very soon, which is awesome. But I want to get to the last part of my stream today, and we're going to take a little bit of look at some stuff on Zora. If you're not on Zora, use our link in the description and join us. If you're posting on social media, might as well turn it into a token. Let some folks trade it. Now, you're seeing 8-Bit Base, one of my favorite creators on here, but I wanted to do a little checkup on the Dad's DeFi Space token. Market cap's down because obviously the Zora market cap is way down. Let's turn this to night mode. I don't know. Okay, that's not going to work. Oh, well. Anyway, we're going to take a look at Dad's DeFi Space token. Market cap sitting at 17.5, total volume $1,000, around 29 holders. This is awesome. You can see a lot of my holders who are also on Zora here too. Many of them are slowly getting invites to the base app and checking it out. It's pretty neat. Great job, Jesse Pollock. And what I hope is that in the future we can have some protocols that can get out there and analyze and provide, maybe even give us DeFi opportunities within the base ecosystem and the creator coin ecosystem. But I just find the technology extremely interesting. But anyway, um, we've been posting away. Been posting a lot of trades over on here that I also post within the free Telegram group. This is so bright. And you can see Zora had a massive pump. We hit the pump. We did. But we also hit the short too, which I don't know if I can share that one with you very easily, but I did share within my private Telegram group. But I would really, really like to share my current BCT trade, which I've already shared in my group. It's up a little bit. We're pretty much even, up 5%. 0.19 Bitcoin trade at 25x leverage. Pretty much, we're going long, as you can see. And as long as Bitcoin doesn't keep closing below that 90K region, I'm hoping we can get back above here. That's what I'm watching on the chart. That we can continue on to this last leg of the bull. So I hope that today's stream has been informative. I'm sleepy, feel like I'm getting sick. But coming up next, I'm going to do a deep dive video that should be uploaded by tomorrow, maybe even tonight, on Tau subnet staking and how to earn super high APRs. It's a breakdown of different signals and alpha I'm tracking on Base and Zora. And I think here shortly, it may be time to look at some of my DeFi portfolio positions again. But remember, if we lose this Bitcoin level, my entire strategy is changing, but I'll be sure to let you know. But I'm going to let my community know within our free Telegram group first. So please join join Dad's DeFi space. And remember, stay sharp, stay humble. And remember, Bitcoin is our foundation, but we find our edge to amplify our positions. And remember, find us over on Zora. Check out the Dad's DeFi Space Creator Coin. And enjoy your weekend and touch some grass. I'll be out for a little bit, but I'll be online a little bit tomorrow. Hope to see you later this weekend. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace.